Wuthering Waves is dead.
Wuthering Waves is dead.
At least that's the sentiment I'm seeing from even the most loyal players. Even Saint Tontas, who used to defend the game, has been criticizing it just as hard as he does Zenless Zone Zero. Is this a business move though? Is he just jumping ship before he goes down with the other bots? Or is this actually how he feels? Either way, I don't really care. What I do want to see though is whether Ethan shares the same mindset.
But we are back on a Wuthering Waves video, and we are literally playing Wuthering Waves. That's a joke. There's nothing to do in the game. We're not actually playing.
So true.
I just wanted to give a quick thoughts, a quick update. I'm getting tons of questions about Lua. When are you going to do the story? When are you going to play the game again? Yada, yada, yada. If you don't know, when the story came out, I actually was traveling with my girl. We had to go to a wedding together. So during that time, the week it came out, it was just bad timing. I wasn't really able to do it.
I love you, big dog, but I didn't get time like that.
Uploaded anything Lua related in quite some time. I think it's been about 3 weeks. So let me see. Yeah, this is the last thing I uploaded. I went to a wedding when Blue Star Protocol dropped right here, and then I was sick, and then I got sick. So yeah, I dropped like maybe 2 or 3 vids on Lua, and then I kind of just stopped. I went on to do other things, like we did the TwitchCon stuff, Genshin Impact, tons of DNA. I think DNA is a great game. I'll get into that later. You know, and you know, Arknight 10 Field, and we're gonna try some of the content on the main channel as well. But I'm just in the position where I'm going to be real with you. I'm kind of just losing interest in the game at the moment. I'm not quitting or anything. I'm sure 3.0 is going to be peak nuclear cinema. Like, I'm sure it's going to be a top tier patch or whatever.
Oh, by the way, I personally don't think the game's like dying. Well, it could be dying, but I don't think it's like dead at all. Like, it's not dead. Like, not even close in my personal opinion. But I do believe that, I mean, the route that they're going in is not a good route, and it's just funny because some people literally believe or they didn't believe that this would happen, that not Kuro, no way, they listen. At the end of the day, it's all about money. Money rules the world, man.
But Wuthering Waves has, in my opinion, a combat system that can combat most of video games out currently to date. And even some classics. I think the combat system in WoW is severely underrated. Despite what Midian on Twitter wants to tell you, just ignore them. I think the combat's great. I don't necessarily like every character, every unit, etc. But it's something I thoroughly enjoyed, and I was super passionate about for a long time. But after pretty much having nothing other than story for 120 days, it kind of just feels like an afterthought, and it feels like you're only buying characters to, well, at that point, just give money to the devs, because what are you doing?
You're not using them because there's no content to use them in. I actually hopped on yesterday, right? I hopped on that TOA, that HP inflated TOA. Bro, tell me why that last floor, I'm over here, like I have like S1 Jinshi, right? Versus the fucking, it's like the monkey and Fleur-de-Lis. I'm hitting like 500, 600K because S1 Jinshi's like just, you know, S1's fucking stupid. I'm hitting like 500, 600K, but along with the fucking buff from TOA, right? And this bitch's health is barely moving. How much HP did they give these enemies, bro? It took me so many tries. I was like, holy shit, this is so annoying. Oh my God. We got like, jeez, bro, these devs, they have some type of like, I don't want this to be too long, but they definitely have some data that we don't. And that's why they're stubborn when it comes to slowly implementing power creep rather than like, I mean, no one's implemented as fast as HSR though. I'm gonna be completely honest. HSR is kind of insane. But like I said, I don't want it to be too long. So like, let my man's yap.
To play their 2 limited game modes, Tower Adversary resets every 30 days, and then Whimpering Waste, which is one of the worst game modes I've played ever, resets every 30 days. So I only really like TOA. I've done TOA a million times. I don't even think I made a video on the new levels of the bosses for stages 3 and 4. Cause I'm like, I don't really care. You know, thousands of fantasies of gateways, fucking whack. Like, it's whack. We don't have elusive. We don't have Babel Tower. We don't have a lot of things. And so I'm kind of in the position where I know what happens in the story. I know the ending. And I know that last 5-minute cutscene was legitimately cinema. It was close to perfect as possible. I don't know the full plot line. And I'll probably play the story once 3.0 is a little bit closer by. But, like, look, I'll be honest with you. Cheese leaks all over my timeline. It is what it is. Wuthering Waves, all these Gacha games are really bad at protecting themselves from leaks. I saw Chisa. I got excited for a second because, like, holy fuck. I know nothing about her kit, really. I more just know about her animations, and her animations look fucking busted. Like, she looks amazing. And then I was like, what am I going to do with her? I kind of just like, oh, it is what it is, whatever. And that's a frustrating feeling to have for the game you really love. It is, right? That was the same exact feeling I had with Qyon and Galbrena. No videos on my channel about, like, guides, character thoughts, Pride Win thoughts, tier list, meta. I didn't really touch it. I haven't even tried him, and I probably won't. Although his kit is fucking, he looks cool. I heard he's not really good DPS. I'm not how true that is. But I sit here and I'm just like, they have somehow found a way to just make me not fucking care. And I think this is the way a lot of people feel. Because I want to care, but I'm at the point where it's like, I'll check out 3.0, and I'm expecting in 3.0 we're gonna get a beautiful region, new mode of traversal, whether that's a mount, car, whatever the case may be, some cool new characters. Hopefully the story's a banger, hopefully, right? And I don't really expect any massive end game overhaul or stuff. I'm really setting my expectations low, like super, super low. But
that's respectable, I guess. I mean, like, something has to be done in 3.0 for sure. When you start, they just need to start listening to the players. I'll be honest. Combat events, the game that has, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday when I hopped on and I did my Whimpering Waste and my TOA that's been out for like a month, because it's about to go away or whatever. I had so much fun and it made me love the combat. Like, it made me miss the combat. But it's like I had to take that like month and a half break just because it like builds up content for me to do, you know? And what is there to do now? Login event, Vampire Survivors. I think I played a little bit. It was okay. It's one of those like mini games. It's like kind of fun if you're doing other things at the same time. It's like a multitasking thing. That's how I felt about the tower defense one as well. But I don't know. Like, there are so many aspects of the game that I genuinely do love, but contrary to what people believe, right? Because of the history of this channel. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
The anniversary will probably get the Cyberpunk collab, so I think that's something people can look forward to, including myself. But it just feels like a game that has so much potential combat-wise, but I don't know if they're going to live up to their potential. And with games like Duet Night Abyss being out, obviously I think Wuthering Waves is better combat than DNA, Genshin, HSR, ZZ, all these other games. I truly do. But, you know, ZZ has their new game mode, was actually pretty fun, to be honest with you. I enjoyed it. They have two infinite towers, Deadly Assault, and then they have their Shiyu. They got 5 things to do. I got one activity, because the other one fucking sucks. Because we was dog shit, right? And I don't know. I hope they're bringing.
I think I was talking to like Gib or something earlier, and bro, if they had a Deadly Assault in WUA, that would go so hard. Deadly Assault's an incredible game mode. It's such a cook of a game mode. If that existed in WUA, that would actually be pretty sick. Yeah, I don't know. There probably won't be an overhaul. Who knows? Maybe they're cooking, dude. Who knows?
Like a Babel Tower or something, but I'm not really relying on it. I'm going in now with the mindset of, even with 2.7, I'm probably not going to play it, to just be very transparent with you. I think I'll come back.
Also, the co-op combat events were amazing. The co-op hologram, that shit is peak. Oh my gosh, the last one they have with the different builds, and there was one combination I was trying to do, but I needed to get 2 other people who were on the same page. It was broken in my head. I never got to actually like accomplish it. I guess you could like do it solo, but there was just so many opportunities to cook. I do think in terms of like non-combat events, the card event was very good. That event was extremely solid. It's one of my favorite events for sure, but that's one of those acquired tastes, you know? You have to be into like TFT, that type of thing. But yeah, I mean, I completely agree with Ethan for sure, even though I kind of went off a tangent.
A week or 2 before 3.0 drops, I'll finish up the Arena Civ story, and then we'll see what happens with 3.0 and go from there. I'm not quitting the game because I do love the game, but there's just so many different things to play. Where Winds meet, WoW's dropping, the beta for the new expansion's coming out, Duet Night Abyss, Enfield beta's around the corner, Chaos Zero Nightmare is a great game that I probably haven't played yet. Maybe I'll try that. But I'm sitting here and it's like, you know, I'm going to log in, I'm going to min pick, I'll do my resin, not get a good echo in the Nightmare Mess, then I can't retry it with resin because why would I? So now I do my Nightmare Mess, I got to go now and farm more echoes because I'm not even getting echo XP. And then after that, I fucking log off, right? So that's just kind of the TLDR. Like, I haven't even really been in the mood to farm like the HSR drama, the Genshin drama. Like, I just don't really fucking care. I think the Duet Night Abyss controversy of people not.
That's so based. That's so based, bro. There's so much like other drama I totally could have like farmed, and I'm just like, I just don't fucking care, bro. I just don't care. I could totally just like, I know how to get the number of views that I want, but it's just like, I'm not gonna sit here and like sell my soul and do that shit. Like, I refuse. I'm just gonna upload what I want when I want.
Not liking the game because of the fact that it's a grind fest really made me realize that just gacha players will never be satisfied or never know what they want. I understand it was marketed as a gacha game, but everyone complains about, hey, I would like to not spend so much money on the game. I would like something to do. And Duet Night Abyss legitimately gives you, at launch, bare minimum, probably 150 hours of content. Like minimum, 150 hours of content. An infinite content loop. And people are like, what do you mean? I gotta play the game? I gotta play the game to get the characters? You're telling me I have to buy the character for $70 instead of $400? And so I'm kind of just like, all right, man, you know, I'm seeing dumb posts on Twitter, on YouTube and everything, and I'm kind of just like, all right, you know, it's not really, normally I'd jump on that shit and I'd farm the fuck out of everyone and be like, wow, y'all are dumb. I don't really fucking care. You know, like, if you want to be stupid, that's fine. I'm just going to play the game at my own pace at this point. You know, if I'm interested in a character, I'm going to make videos about the character, right? You know, sometimes I make guides, other times I don't. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I don't really want to make a guide, but I'll do the tier list, I'll break it down, I'll test them for hours and hours on stream, but I'm not going to force myself to play the game or cover.
I don't know how much you can cook in DNA. I'll be honest, maybe Imtash's reaction shouldn't have been the first one that I watched, but after that reaction, it kind of makes me feel a certain way about the game, even though I haven't played it. Because I do share a lot of the same, like some of the same ideology that Imtash does share. I do share some of the same ideologies, but I also understand to a certain extent what these gacha games offer. So I am pretty grounded in that, but man was saying the enemies were falling over when he was like 30 under. The reason that turned him off of the game so much is because he comes from Destiny 2. Well, Destiny 1 as well, but if you're 30 under in Destiny, enemies are just melting you. You're getting fried. You are getting absolutely fried, and they're going to be tanky as hell. So, I don't know. That game has like some scaling issues it needs to work out, I feel like.
Controversies or dramas or anything about the game, and I'm really just not interested. And so there's going to be tons of videos that are not Wuthering Waves on the channel, and I'm going to even test a couple other things that aren't even really gacha as well. But I've also just been branching out as a whole. I mean, you know, shout out to the people that have been supporting this channel. This channel's popping off. The Ethan Live channel, where I just kind of do general commentary, has been something I'm really enjoying. I find it fun. I find it interesting, and I think I give good takes. I try to be as level-headed as possible.
I didn't even know this was a thing. I've thought about making like a second channel, but more so for like anime, and like maybe I'll react to like anime or something. I don't know. I've thought about doing that and branching out as well. Just for like gacha droughts, even though we're kind of moving into like, there's just too much to play. There's a bunch of like great games out. So I don't know. We will see. We will see.
Fuck Mizkif, obviously. 60,000 views. Thank you for that farm. But yeah, I'm gonna do shit when I'm interested in it. And the 120 days are pretty much like kind of them putting my favorite part of the game on the back burner, and what I think one of the core concepts on the back burner, just kind of made me not really care. So I hope that they can recapture that magic for me with 3.0. But I'd be lying to you if I'm pretending like I'm excited to get onto the game and do the finale. Partially because I got spoiled, to be honest with you. I'm the type of dude where if I get spoiled on something, I kind of don't even want to fuck with it. And listen, I'm going to be very transparent as well. The other reason why I'm pushing off doing the story is I love the Ridicity cast of characters. Like, I truly, truly love these characters. You can make arguments about, like, let's say, for example, maybe some weren't around enough, etc. Like, I love Kartethia and Lupa. Kartethia, Lupa, and Carl are amazing. Roshia doesn't exist. But these units, and Frolova, and I can't forget my baby girl Frolova. Frolova's quest is one of my favorite video game quests ever of all time. I really love it.
You know what's crazy? My favorite team in the game is probably that Brant Changli Lupa team, and I get to play that team 2 times a month, pretty much. That is fucked up. That is... When you think about it from that perspective, that is actually kind of fucked. Holy. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I did. You could say that's hard glaze. I don't really care. I don't even want to let go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even... I'm the type of dude where I watch Spider-Man 3 and 20 minutes before it ends and there's the sad ending of like Spider-Man just holding Mary Jane in like a jazz restaurant, I turn off the movie because it's like it gets me fucking emotional. So I don't even want to leave, truthfully. Obviously, I'm excited to see what they come and give in 3.0, but I look at this, I'm like, fuck, man, like I really fuck with these characters. And I don't know if they could top some of them. You know, I know we'll have Scar, Christopher in there, and that dude with the fucking red skull, so that'll be interesting. But the supporting cast, like the Zanies, the Peeves, the Brands, the big movie mommies, I don't know. I'm sure they will top it. But it's a situation where like I'm attached to them and I don't want to fucking leave. That's the other thing too, right? To be honest with you. But at the end of the day, I really don't feel any urgency to play the game. I don't really feel any urgency to cover the content, cover the characters. I don't care that Qyan is not a main DPS. The problem is, and this is the other thing, Wuthering Waves is so good at developing character kits and character animations and how they look and feel that everyone wants a unit to be a DPS at all times because they always find a way to top their last unit. Right? Everyone thought Zany was the peak of animations. Well, Carlotta, then Zany comes out. After Zany, then we get Cartethia. After Cartethia, we then get like Augusta.
The only acceptable form of power creep, animation power creep.
Brain, and it's like they always find a way to top it, and that's another kind of one of the things that frustrates me with the game because there's so many cool character kits and designs and gameplay features that don't really get utilized. But at this point, again, they don't care about it, so I don't fucking care really at this point. But you know, people want to play these characters as main DPSs, and they can't. Well, because of the fact that they're not intended to be that way. You know, you're going to see Cheese's animations, you're like, holy fucking shit, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And then she probably won't be a DPS, right? So it's just at the end of the day, man, I'm playing the game at my...
I get it. I get it. I totally get the gist of the whole video. He's just over it. He's over it. He's going to enjoy Duet Night Abyss, whatever else comes out. We saw a crazy trailer today with that one game. Holy. But I do think that that is completely fair, and I do share most of these same sentiments. Let me know your thoughts down below. That's all I got. See you in the next one. Peace.